Can you imagine seeing PTSD not as a life sentence, but as a journey towards self-discovery and acceptance? I know it's a radical idea, but think about it. What if you embraced your symptoms, allowed yourself to drift into thought blocking or even delusion when needed? What if you dared to become unhinged and let go of societal expectations? It's an unconventional approach, no doubt, but there's a unique freedom in embracing the chaos. Life, at its core, is about breathing. Each inhale and exhale, a fleeting moment of existence amidst the chaos. Our breaths will cease one day, replaced by the silence of non-breathing. But until then, each morning presents a chance to appreciate the gift of life. If indifference to waking up is your reality, could you turn that indifference into strength? Could you find freedom in not clinging too tightly to life, to take risks, to live on the edge? If you can step outside for more than just groceries, you're already defying your circumstances. Then maybe one day you will want to go rock climbing without protection gear. Because what does it even matter? People's opinions will be as diverse as the menu for drinks in a bar. Some people will praise you and you might even inspire them. Others might even raise concern but will not limit your freedom to do what you wish to do. Then there might be people whom will raise such concern that they feel like you need to be protected from yourself. In the worst case, you will find yourself isolated and targeted by triangulation, by people whom will give criticism. But to them, you can raise the middle finger, saying that this is exactly why you perform self-isolation. Creating a safe space at home is crucial for many with PTSD, especially CPTSD. But what if that ideal seems out of reach? Some find themselves in mental hospitals, sharing communal spaces such as a kitchen and even bathrooms. It's a stark reminder of society's neglect of mental health, when in reality they need their moments of privacy by being able to spend time in the kitchen without their privacy being disturbed. Can you imagine sharing a living space with 10 other people? Perhaps even more in some situations. Whom in their right mind would think that this is beneficial? Imagine sharing a refrigerator. Can you even keep food for yourself inside of it without it being eaten by someone else? How do you know that you are not essentially living in ground zero for an incident to happen? How do you know that someone will not temper with the jar of coffee by putting something inside of it? Also, do not forget that it would only take 3 years for them to earn $500,000 of income. This income will be redistributed among a group of people, but that only highlights why triangulation is a real risk, because there is a large group of people who might talk negatively about you for the sake of receiving their piece of the pie. People can be disappointing. They'll judge, misunderstand, try to label you, but their opinions are fleeting whispers. Laugh at their attempts to understand you. Find amusement in their ignorance. Embrace your authentic self unapologetically. Some people might ask if you are on drugs in a negative way, while others wish to know what drugs you are, so that they can try this themselves. But the reality is simply that you no longer give a fuck about anyone's opinions. Others wish to label it as ADHD, autism, or even schizophrenia. But to them you raise the middle fingers, and if you want to give an explanation, then say nothing more by telling them to study the overlaps between those conditions and PTSD. Maybe if they are such experts, they should ask themselves if people diagnosed with ADHD, autism, or even schizophrenia have maybe undiagnosed PTSD, and that their diagnosis is in reality a misdiagnosis. Therapy can be beneficial, but if it doesn't resonate with you, it's okay to explore other approaches. Let's be truthful and consider that these people are being paid for providing support, but would they help you if they received no money for it? And does therapy even help? If it can take years before you recover, can we even say that there is definitive proof that therapy helps? Self-isolation can be a sanctuary. If solitude brings you comfort, embrace it. Use this time for activities that bring you peace. Perhaps people need to be able to live in a living quarter where they have everything that they need, in which they only need to go outside for groceries. Should these people not simply have a fully equipped gym in their house? Then maybe when they recovered physically, they will go outside for a run and slowly build up their comfort zone. So here's the unconventional approach to PTSD. Embrace the chaos, find joy in the symptoms, and laugh at societal expectations. Accept that you might never be the same, and that happiness might seem distant. Yet in the simplicity of breathing and the small joys that come your way, there's beauty. So, ride the wave of PTSD, be unapologetically yourself, and enjoy the unpredictable journey of life. Because why should you not raise your middle finger at society, when in reality you should receive money for the damage suffered? When the people pretending to help reach their hand down the hole in which you are in, but refuse to give a ladder? So why should you not raise your middle finger at society?